the best people I relate to is the people that been through the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you would like I never been to the military, so how am I gonna be able to help you with your military PTSD? You know what I'm saying? I never been like a woman thought, so I can. It's only so much that I can say to where a woman is gonna be able to relate to it. But coming from somebody like her, telling women like, yeah, I used to do this, I used to do this, I used to do that, but I saw the error of my ways. I saw that fast money brings bad results a lot of the time, and that I just didn't like the way that I was living my life, and it wasn't fulfilling, and all those things. So younger women can hear that, and hopefully they won't even have to go through all of that. Like hopefully they can learn from a wise person's experience, because that's what she got now in that field. She got wisdom. Yo, man, you already know what it is, man. The coolest fucking podcast on the East Coast, in the USA, in the motherfucking world, man. You already know, man. It's that Island God Talk podcast, man. J.U. and Kingmeechyyy in here, man. J.U. Kingmeechyyy here, Monday, first episode of April. How you feeling, bro?
I cannot lie. I feel great. I feel like this is going to be a great month for us. Like, not going to lie. Like, you got to speak shit into existence.
Great month, a powerful month. Know what I'm saying? We finna go crazy, man. Like always, but harder. I feel like, know what I'm saying? It's like that post where the dude, he's digging and he's getting tired, but you know, like the gold is right there on the other side.
But he can't see it though.
Yeah, he can't see it, but it's like, even if you can't see it, you gotta keep working and keep going towards it, because that shit is literally right there. You never know.
Exactly. Like, so, and that's what it's really designed for you. It's designed for you to quit and stop right before you get to it. But literally, if you dig like 2 more inches, you lit.
Exactly. And learning how to do that, that's where the growth is, man. And speaking of growth, we can hop right into it, man. Y'all know me, how I be coming hard at the thotties, coming hard at the hoes, coming hard at the women that are bad influences towards younger women, because I feel like they need to be came hard at, because they're gonna affect our daughters and our nieces and all these things, whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So when I see growth in people, man, I gotta point it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, saying shout out to what's Angela, formerly known as Blac Chyna. Nah, saying
I didn't even know that was her real name.
Yeah, that's her real name, man. She got rid of lip fillers, some of her implants and tattoos, and I guess she got baptized and all that stuff. Nah, saying, and she even was on the news in Cali. I seen like, and she was like speaking against OnlyFans, and like seems like she's trying to make up for her wrongs, and I can't do nothing but applaud that at the end of the day, man. How you feel about it, man?
Literally, I mean, you got to give people credit for trying. Like, that's really what you can do, because I feel like we always love to condemn people for their past.
Exactly.
Like, and we hold that shit over our heads. But in this life, people change, man. I think people can change. They have the ability to change. And if she's really trying to change for the better, I say we should support her fully.
Yeah, we should. And not to say that, like, me, still, like, a woman's past is important. So, yeah, I wouldn't fuck with her or take her seriously. But I think it kind of opens up the door for, like, her baby fathers to possibly, you know, take her in or something like that. Like, it opens those doors, because they already have a child with her. But, like, as far as, like, a new dude, I personally wouldn't. But there's probably some dude out there, you know what I'm saying, she could find a nice simp that will accept her for her changed behaviors and just the overall growth, you know?
Definitely. I think you hit it on the head, though. Her past, like, that's literally the opportunity for, like, a past relationship, a failed relationship that, like, probably a couple kinks. Maybe it was just the OnlyFans. Maybe they had perfect chemistry. It was just the fact she was doing OnlyFans. I can't be with her. Now she not doing that, she might can. I mean, get somebody that can truly love her for her.
Facts. Because in the day, it's like some dudes out there that's gonna, like, they don't have the most options. So she's gonna find her somebody, and her being more open. And she said something about finding her purpose, you know. And I feel like doing that, and just like, to me, I'm not. Like, I feel like religion is good for certain people. I just feel like able to be corrupted in different ways and stuff like that. But it can be a good middleman between you and the source or God or whatever you want to call it. Like it can be a good connector for you to that if you don't have like a strong connection yourself. So I think she's on a good path. You know, I think it's gonna wake up a lot of other women. Now it's like shit, the Amber Roses are on the clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amber, we waiting to support and congratulate you too. You know, like it's gonna be hard to remove that forehead tattoo, but we waiting on you too.
Definitely, and that's what it's all about. Like just trying to be better. That's what the Islanders. That's what we're here for. Trying to do better. Like me and you, we've done probably shit we may not necessarily regret, but things we shouldn't have done.
Yeah, facts.
So it's like, just don't try to condemn people too hard. I mean, so with that, like, and this to all the like, really any girl watching this or any girl that feels like they have that bad past. I know we've talked on here, but like the woman's past matters, but it does still matter. But I feel like you can definitely help towards it.
Yeah, like you can, like say, boom, she does a lot of great work. She keeps speaking out against whole shit and thought shit and shit like that. Sooner or later, it's gonna overshadow her old shit, and
that is true.
It's like when people. The thing about it is, the best people are relate to is the people that been through the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you would like, I never been to the military, so how am I gonna be able to help you with your military PTSD? You know what I'm saying? I never been like a woman thought, so I can. It's only so much that I can say to where a woman is gonna be able to relate to it. But coming from somebody like her, telling women like, yeah, I used to do this, I used to do this, I used to do that, but I saw the error of my ways. I saw that fast money brings bad results a lot of the time, and that I just didn't like the way that I was living my life, and it wasn't fulfilling, and all those things. So younger women can hear that, and hopefully they won't even have to go through all of that. Like hopefully they can learn from a wise person's experience, because that's what she got now in that field. She got wisdom.
That's all it is, and I feel like it'll be better because like it's just like we was talking about a while back. Like you wouldn't want to talk to like little kids that you haven't been through what they've been through type shit. Like they're not gonna respect you per se if they feel like you haven't been there. But now women's gonna see, oh damn, she's been everywhere, and then to see her get a husband, like if she really does get a husband and like have a happy relationship, she could change the fucking thought society for real. For real.
Like I feel like it's a small, like it's something that just headlines and small right now, but the ripple effects of it is definitely gonna have effects in the culture, because she might not be the most talented person, but she's been around in the culture, whether it's in strip scene, the music video scene, just being around celebrities and attached to like these people as far as like that shade room culture type shit. And hopefully she can have a good impact on her mother too, because I seen some shit. Her mother tried to say the only reason why she was changing because she had health issues, which to me is like, why even put that out there to the world? Like, your daughter's doing better, why don't you fucking do better? But you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You gonna have those people that are resisting your change, like especially when like something's good for you and it could be good for them too, but they don't want to do it. Then there's gonna be some friction and resistance there, and I think she just gotta handle her mother with grace, but because it is her mother. But yeah, she definitely on a good path.
Definitely. But even if it was health issues, bro, like I honestly feel like source, God, whatever you want to call it, he does things for a reason, bro. Like sometimes it might take you to have some health issues for you to really change your life around.
Facts, yo. I know a dude, like he hardcore alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't like mega violent with it, but he actually had like a tumor in his head, and literally after he got that out, bro, never touched alcohol again. That just goes to show you, like, some things like that. It would definitely, trauma definitely changes people, especially men. Women, sometimes it takes longer, like how you see she's in her 30s now, so she's seeing life through a different lens. So
definitely.
But hey, change is change, so I think that's good.
Definitely. And it's good that she is walking in that purpose. Like, and that's another thing, walking in your purpose. How important is it not only to walk in your purpose, but to find your purpose?
I think it's very, very important. Even like with her, as an example, it just you won't have fulfillment, or you won't feel like it's always going to be a hole there. If you don't have a purpose, you don't feel like what am I living for? What am I here for? Why am I here? Like if you don't have anything that you feel passionate about, that you feel like, yo, this is like I'm striving for this, like it can be very, very hard. Like I feel like it's gonna be more so, her purpose now is going to be outside of like raising her kids and stuff like that. It's gonna be being a example, and being a keep being an influencer, but being a more positive influencer. And I think she'll find her way through that once she start like speaking to kids and going to homeless shelters and seeing the women that are in these homeless shelters, or talking to the women that are selling themselves on the street and trying to get them a better life. Because so like we all see as men, we see prostitution like, yeah, it's just a woman taking the easy way out. But if you come from a broken home and you're a young girl and you see on the streets as your only option if you want to eat till tomorrow, like a lot of women fall into that. And somebody like her that got money, that got influence, she can help a lot in like just those things like that. So just back to purpose though, like that's just shows you why having it is so important. Because if you're not being led by your purpose, then what is leading you basically? And that's probably gonna be some evil forces.
I was thinking the same thing. I hope it's not the songs you listen to. God forbid. But that's my biggest thing. I feel like purpose in the men and women's, I feel like as a gender, our purpose are different. Men's purpose should be more finding, like, it don't got to do with money, but finding why you are here. Like, why are you on this earth? And I feel like, and this is just how I feel like a man's purpose, unless like you're trying to get made an example, I feel like she got made an example out of, kind of. So like now her purpose had possibly could have been different if she would have lived a maybe more feminine role in the world. A man, sometimes you gonna get made an example of just cause, like that's just part of life, like how we grow. But I feel like a woman's purpose is more so to like give love, if you get what I mean. I've been reading The Way of the Superior Man. I've been trying to go crazy.
Yeah, it's to give love, receive it at a high level, and nurture it. And that nurturing part of it is like I always say, you can give a woman anything and she's gonna give it back to you 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we talking about a baby, you give her a sperm cell, you're gonna get a whole child out of that. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, if you give a woman a role within your business, she's gonna go above and beyond. Like she's not gonna just do what you told her to. She's gonna do the extra things. She's gonna take care of those intricate details, and all of that is literally just how she can serve her purpose outside of raising the kids and loving being the caretaker and the nurturer. Just playing a role within a man. Like even the Bible says like they're like a woman came from the men's rib, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that just shows. And then as far as like a man, you hit it right on the point. Like yeah, you want to figure out why you're here, and I think it does come in layers. Like it's gonna take different things to get to that core purpose, and that's just part of the journey. And that's the best thing about it, is that it is a journey. It's not a straight line. It's not, oh yeah, I know my purpose and let me go do it. Like,
exactly.
I mean, for some people, if you were born with a silver spoon, like yeah, it might kind of be like that. Like, but even then, if you got a silver spoon, it's probably even harder to find your purpose, because you are like, you have everything. Yeah, exactly. You have everything, so it's like, all right, what do you
choose?
Like, you don't, and then it's like you can't really relate to the people that need the most help. Like, so it just like, but you can do shit like Mr. Beast and buy a bunch of shoes for people, or go do just positive shit. Like I think he helped like a lot of people with blindness.
To be honest, I don't want to speak on it, bro, because they be saying Mr. Beast is fake.
They be like, to me, it's like they say, oh, he's doing this for money because the video gets profit. To me, it's like, you can't think that way about rich people. If you do,
they're already wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna think about yourself like that once you start doing shit for people. You know, like that's what, like, to me, I never watched any of his content, but I only have seen him do good shit in articles, whether he's buying shoes or helping people with blindness. And to me, it's like, if it is other shit behind it, like, okay, if he wants to profit from this shit, so what? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, he's still helping somebody, so.
Definitely.
And I think that's kind of a way, like, if you already got it, you can help, but.
Definitely. And that's another thing, just to, like, speak on it just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even if he was profiting from it, he's still helping people. Like, I feel like...
The fruits of your labor, man.
Literally, like... And you know there's going to be legal obligations he has to follow, so it's like... He might not can do everything the way everybody will want him to do it, if you get what I mean. So I just said, like, if you're not, like, in it, don't speak negatively on it just because you feel like, just because you're really hating. You're hating at that point.
And to me, it's like, bro, it takes so much, like, to even, like, people always say, like, someone like Bill Gates or Elon Musk could end world hunger because they got enough money to feed everybody.
Yeah.
But it's literally not that simple. You have to create fucking routes to deliver shit, and all of that costs money. So it's a lot more that goes into helping people than what people think. Because 9 times out of 10, you could have been doing something for yourself with that time. So any selfless act is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And I don't like that, me personally, like the whole thing. Because who says it's his sole job to do it? Like, I feel like he never signed up for that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how you gonna make someone give away their hard-earned money? Like, I mean, everybody kind of does have equal opportunity in this world to a certain degree. We were all born. Some people have it harder than others. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, life is easy but life isn't easy for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the simple fact, you can't be like, oh, he should do this with his money. That's his money. He worked for it. He should be able to do really whatever he wants with it to an extent. And the same thing, even if he could just start doing these routes, bro, it's systematic problems, bro. Like, that's like giving a homeless person $1 million. Bro, I promise you, he gonna be back homeless in a couple years, man. Like, it don't work. Like, it's like, I feel like people just don't get it.
Yeah. From that outside and from the bottom, everything at the top, it just looks like it's easy. Like, oh, you snapping fingers, but it's like people gotta get paid. Like even boom, you gotta have a system. Then you have to pay people to work within that system. Yeah. So it's never gonna be as simple as, oh, you press a button and everybody in the world got food now. Nah, I'm saying it's like, definitely if all these billionaires came together, it would be like, niggas could solve world hunger. I'm not saying that, like, niggas could definitely do it. I'm just saying it's not as simple as it is. And to me, it's like, I don't have that entitled mindset to feel like, oh, just because somebody got a lot of shit that they need to give me some of their shit. Nah, I'm saying, like, nah, like, to me, it's like that entitlement mindset is just gonna fuck you up, and then you're gonna be mad when you finally do get some shit, and then like people are hating on you the same way you was hating on somebody else, and then you'll understand. But like, that's why it's like, if you want to have a good relationship with money, don't be hating on people with money.
Exactly. And I feel like that's really one of the root problems of why a lot of people don't have money. You don't have a good relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, if you didn't like hanging out with me, this podcast would not work, my nigga. You wouldn't want to be around me.
No, it's like, you gotta develop chemistry with your shit, and you gotta treat things with respect also. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I got into like a phase like a few months ago. Like, nah, all my money facing the same way I need it. All straight. Like, when I'm putting it away and shit like that, I'll make sure all my money together. Or when I'm giving it to somebody, I try to make sure it's all together. If I got the time and shit, like, it's all gonna be together, but make sure it's all straight and just looking clean. Because now I feel like I'm respecting it a little bit more. That's also why I started to get stuff like physical silver and gold, because I feel like that's really God's money. Like, that's the money that niggas been using for thousands of years. Like, just even sometimes just holding it, I'm saying it's good positive energy, because I know in my mind, like, this piece of silver or this piece of gold, it's not like the old days where I can just barter this away for something. Like, I have to trade this for a current, like, somebody will take it for something if they understand the value. Like, if something costs fucking $100 and I got a gram of gold, then yeah, they'll probably take that gram of gold. But for them, like, I can't go in the store with the gold and silver, so I'm saying, so I have to exchange that for something else. Like, yeah, it's not really an investment, it's more of a wealth preservation type thing. Like, it's not gonna greatly increase my money over time unless all the currencies just crash, but it's gonna hold its wealth, and gold only kind of goes up in value. especially in economic crisis.
Definitely. Hey, look, wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how you said that. Like, that's just something you do, making sure all your money's facing one way. That's good, positive traits. Now you're gonna have a better relationship with money than you did. Same with me. I try to not just to throw my money away. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the first steps you get into with having better relationships with money. Like, if you get a big lump sum of money, don't just throw it away. Be not cautious, but like be meaningful with your purchases. Be like, this is something I need, not basically like, especially like if you're not rich at the moment, you shouldn't just be spending. You should be like, this money means something. It's valuable. I worked hard for this money. Since I worked hard for this money, I'm going to spend it on something that's either going to make me better or make me very happy. Simple as that.
Because on this journey, like, it's, especially like we dealing with capitalism, we all dealing with it, right? It's like, boom, money is our greatest tool, so we have to have a good relationship with our greatest tool. We have to know how to use it correctly. It's just like you got a fucking hammer and you can have all the fucking tools you want to build a fucking birdhouse. If you don't know how to use the hammer, you don't know how to place the nails, and you don't know how to cut your wood right, like, you're not gonna be able to build that shit. So money is the number one tool for building wealth, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to use it right. You gotta have a good relationship with it for sure.
Definitely. How much time you got, buddy?
7.
All right. So you want to do it. But we was kind of bullshit. All right. You want to go back to like kind of living in your truth a little bit? All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. And boom. And this is something I learned in The Way of the Superior Man as well. Like, women, they're more so like need to be like filled with love. And I feel like that's kind of women's purpose too, is to be filled with love and just to let their like emotions kind of go. Like, it's like the ocean. Like, when you really think about it, a woman's emotion is like the ocean. Like, it can be ferocious, but it can also be very beautiful. But that shit can sink a boat.
Definitely can, man. It's like they definitely need that love, because they're gonna transmute that energy and it's gonna come back to you in a different way. But them just like, if you're not filling your woman with love and she doesn't feel love, like I believe it says in that book, like, damn near most of a woman's problems come from not feeling loved enough, literally, like feeling alone, or just stuff with guys or family stuff. Like, most of a woman's problems come from like not feeling loved enough. And that's why when they do have problems, like it also says in that book, you don't address it and analyze it how you would a man's problems. You just give them love, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, because that's literally all they, even like after reading that part of the book, I asked my girl, I was like, if something happening, like some crazy situation happened, would you want me to just jump right to solutions like I would with a guy, or would you just want me to hold you and tell you everything will be okay? You know what I'm saying? Try to make you laugh and shit like that. And she would want that second option rather than me just trying to give her a solution and analyzing it like a man.
That's exactly what it is. And I feel like as men, we mess up on that part so much.
Facts.
We trying to come up with a solution, and here she does not want to hear a solution. Like, if she wanted to hear a solution, she'd probably come up with her own solution.
Facts. Because it's literally like, and it just knowing how to operate, because we are in capitalism where a lot of women are working nowadays. So, but with her like personal problems and things outside of business, you just give her love. Now, if y'all are business partners and this is like a business mistake, or she's got her own thing going on that you probably financing, taking like 15-20% of, if it's something like that, then you just she's got to learn to handle those type, like say, I don't know, she got a catering business and her fucking chefs ain't, 2 of her chefs ain't show up. Like, those type shits, that's where you got to analyze it like a man and get to the solution real quick, because now we're in a masculine realm. Like, she got to work in her masculine energy right now.
Exactly.
We can't sit here and boo-hoo and just hold her like, oh, it's going to be okay. No, we got to find 2 new chefs. That's what the fuck we got to do. Like, so it's just knowing as a man how to understanding and being aware of these, how you need to act in different situations.
Literally, because it's always up to you. It's everything. Like, and even when it's really on your woman, like that decision right there, let's say you need 2 new chefs by fucking tomorrow. bro, that decision is literally gonna be on you for the simple fact it's gonna be your job, like, to really direct her to it. The book says, like, you need to, like, always give your opinion, but let her know, like, hey, whatever you make is gonna be okay. Like, simple as that. It's gonna be a good decision. Literally, you know, she's gonna follow your opinion anyway. But
exactly, she definitely will, unless she just if she doesn't trust you, she won't. But if she trusts you enough and you in your masculine energy, she's gonna follow that decision. If you say like, no, let's get these shots from this company for this reason and that reason versus the one she looked up and Googled real quick, then she's gonna follow your lead, especially if she really trusts you as a man.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. But you gotta get that trust first, man. And we're back. We're ready to do the part 2 of the red flags in women.
Remind y'all, this list was posted by a woman, and we just going through it. We, not saying, giving our comments on how we feel about the red flag, if it's a red flag or not, if it need to be a black flag or whatever, you know.
Literally. She doesn't exercise or go to the gym.
Yeah, red flag, man. Simply because, like, it might would have flew a couple hundred years ago, maybe a couple thousand years ago when we didn't even have gyms, but you got to think the diets were just different. They was eating much cleaner. Like, women didn't need, and then it was outside all day doing shit, so they was getting their good exercise. And nowadays, the world is so soft. People are coddled. If your girl's not going to the gym, she's going to get overweight. If it didn't happen now, y'all probably just too young and her metabolism up. But wait till she get older.
I definitely feel you. Me personally, I'm not too big on it. Like, you just can't. I go to the gym myself and I work out, so I'd probably want somebody that does that too. But if she wasn't and just wasn't gaining weight, I don't think I'd be mad. But like, if she started to get, you know, everybody gains that, like, that relationship weight. A little bit.
If you let him, yeah.
If you let him, you said he don't play that shit.
Yeah.
But literally, so like, if she wasn't getting bigger, I probably wouldn't care. But if she just was kind of overeating or just doing something,
it's like at least at minimum yoga or some type of physical activity, exercise, stretching.
Definitely. I'm just saying she doesn't have to be a muscle mom.
Yeah. That's not. Yeah.
She doesn't know how to take care of her natural hair.
Yeah, it's a red flag because at that point you gotta look forward and think about your daughters. If you want your daughters in weaves and wigs from a young age, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you want your daughters to love their natural hair and not want to, you don't want your daughters seeing wigs and weaves and stuff and like, oh, I gotta be like that, and then they comparing themselves and building early self-hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's a red flag in her. Like, she doesn't need to know how to braid her own shit or like dread or like lock her own locks, because that's gonna take a long time. But knowing how to do it is good. But just knowing how to take care of your natural hair is important. Like, you don't have to know how to like necessarily like do it, because I feel like people have been doing each other hair for eternity. So
definitely. Cause it's really the same thing. Like, what do you mean you don't know how to do it? Like, so what do you get done to it if you don't know how to do it? If you're only getting like weave and like sew-ins and shit, I'm not even gonna fuck with that. So it's just like, you can't do shit. Like, you can't even put that shit in a bun.
Yeah.
That's probably, that's a red flag. Cause what the fuck have you been doing? She claims to be a good woman, but condones bad behavior in other women.
Yeah, it's a red flag only because, like, women in general, they aren't as good as criticizing their friends and
literally
being like, they're not as good as criticizing their friends, and they're not as good as taking criticism from their friends. So I can see why a woman wouldn't like address it, but not addressing it is kind of like condoning it. And to me, I think most women do that to each other. Like, it's very few women that will call other women out like on their shit. But so I wouldn't say it's necessarily a red flag, but if she's not speaking against certain things, and you can tell, man, you can really tell just by the type of music your girl listen to. Like, she's listening to the City Girls type shit, or
fuck that SZA.
Like, yeah, City Girls, SZA, or like a lot of too much like raunchy music where women are like being over sexual and just like promoting bad behaviors, then yeah, it's a red flag. I can see that being a red flag.
Definitely, cause it's the word condone. That's what really makes it a red flag.
It's like you're gonna allow it to happen. You claim to be a good woman, and it's like if you condone it, to me, it's like if you're there, you're not gonna say nothing about it. Saying like you're just gonna let it go.
But yeah, if she condones bad behavior in other women, she's probably okay with it. So she's probably okay with doing it. Because me personally, if I see my friend doing some fucked up shit, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you're wild and you're dead wrong."
Or she might be influenced into doing it.
That is very so true. Her friends are hoes.
Yeah, huge red flag.
Bro, cause if her friends are hoes, that means she a hoe. You are who you hang around with. Simple as that. Like, you can't tell me she's the only loyal friend group and the rest are hoes. The rest ones be showing their titties in Miami and she's just in the crib on the phone with you. Like, hell no.
And they'll be trying to say like birds of a feather don't flock together. I'm here to tell you, yes they do, man. Like, even if your woman isn't going to even if she isn't going to cheat, you don't want her to be putting herself in positions where it could possibly happen, or just because she had a little alcohol, or her friends might influence her to do some shit. Like I always say, like you don't want your girl to be in Miami with some hoes, and then a dude only got to pull up on your girl, but he pulls up on another girl, and now your friends want to go back to these random niggas' hotels and shit, and then your girl, she's like, damn, I don't want to be left alone, so I guess I gotta go too. And now she's putting herself in a weird ass position because she got thought friends. Mm-hmm. Red flag.
Big red flag. That's literally how 3-mans work, if you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
No relationship with her father.
It's it can be a real red flag only if she doesn't have the next one on that list, which is
she doesn't have any male figure that she listens to advises.
Yeah, if she doesn't have her father and she doesn't have a positive male role model in her life, then yeah, it's gonna be it's a sign of a red flag. Some girls, if they've done the work and done the introspective work, they can understand that they have daddy issues, then it won't be as much of a problem. But if she doesn't have a father, if she hasn't done like the mental work and understands that not having a father affected her, then yeah, red flag for sure. Or just any positive male role model.
Definitely. And that's the thing. If she does the work, she's fine. But if she doesn't do the work, even if it's her dad's fault or her fault, she's still gonna have like problems with authority, like male authority. Like, and we see it a lot in women today.
Yeah, we see it in women and men that don't have fathers, man. They have problems with authority. And then, like, the next one, let's say, like, you don't have a father and you don't have a positive male role model, older dude, or uncle, or stepdad, or something that you respect and you listen to him, you follow his directions, then how are you going to, like, you're not going to be able to do that when you get a man, because you're going to be like, I ain't ever listening to no man, why am I listening to you, type shit.
That's literally what she's going to say. I'd be damned if I listened to a man. Like, what the fuck? Okay, she unfriends / blocks you when she's mad.
Yeah, red flag, because it's like she's shutting down and shutting you out. To me, that's the end of the relationship. Fuck you mean? You blocking a friend. That's more than a red flag. That's the end of the relationship.
As it should be. And that goes to anything with social media. If she gets mad at you and then goes post to social media, kick that groupie bitch to the curb.
Hell yeah. Because why would she block you? Why would she post about y'all shit? And why would she want to stop communication between you if you're supposed to be her man? She was supposed to be the leader in her life and shit like that.
Literally. Like, she did 3 violations all in one.
Y'all done after that.
Gotta be. She thinks children shouldn't have their father's last name.
Yeah, that's just idiotic.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
That's something. If she says that, then she's probably like a lot like very masculine, or she's hella into like feminist movements and shit like that. Like I don't mind if they want to do like the hyphenated type thing, but to me, even that is for like, she comes from a prestigious family and y'all hyphenated. Like, it doesn't really it's just like some type of like power dynamic. So I'm trying to make this equal type thing. If you allow the children to take the mother's last name.
I feel you. But at the end of the day, like, you having a kid with somebody, originally it was supposed to be marriage, so she should have your last
Exactly.
name.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be. That's when we don't do it how we're supposed to do it, though, then we end up in these
weird ass situations, literally. But yeah, huge red flag. Like, I don't even care the reason for real. She's constantly on her phone around you. Damn.
Yeah. Especially if it's on dates or it's when y'all supposed to be together. Like, usually, like, me and my girl, like, we barely really, like, if we're together, we're barely, like, really just scrolling. We might do it every now and then, but usually if we're on our phones, like, she be doing the baking shit, so, you know, she be looking at cake videos and shit on her phone, and I might be looking at the fucking stock market or something. But if we're going on a date, it's usually, like, we're not trying to be on our phones all the time, because you're supposed to be present, you're supposed to be enjoying each other's company and stuff like that. And so if a woman on her phone, and especially in the beginning when you're just meeting her, huge red flag, because she can't be that interested in you.
Can't be. And to be honest, that's the big one, because really, when a woman really likes you, she's going to get mad at you for being on your phone. Facts. That's how it really should be, if we're really being honest.
Facts, because she's going to want that attention. She's going to want, like, why you ain't giving me attention? So if she's on your phone, she don't even want your attention. She probably care about what's going on social media more than what y'all doing at the time.
Literally, the nigga that's sliding in her DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Her friends can't hold her accountable.
Yeah, that's a red flag, because if they can't, well, sometimes they might not be able to and you can. It's more so, I think, if you can't hold them accountable, but the friends too, it's a red flag too, because like, most of the time, if they friends can't hold them accountable without the relationship, like the friendship fucking up, one of them getting mad at the other for whatever reason, then it's probably gonna happen when you try to hold her accountable. So
definitely, I feel like that ties into the first one, like being around good people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She thinks she's too good for a coffee date, any low budget date.
Yeah, that's a red flag, because to me, if a woman like you, it's about the like I like how Money Man said. It's like, man, if Joan really fucking with you, she'll just come to your crib at any time. It doesn't matter what y'all do. If she's worried about the price of a date, especially like a first date, and y'all don't yet really know each other, y'all didn't do the FaceTime date, which I'm dropping a course on how to do a FaceTime date. Not saying this evening, but yeah. So if she doesn't can't just appreciate you giving her your time, like the money is extra, whatever you spend on her is extra, like you're giving her your time, she can't appreciate that. Red flag for sure.
Definitely. Bro, I say throw that groupie bitch out the fucking window, bro.
Facts.
If she's asking for materials, any kind of materials off the rip, bro, she's obviously not interested in you. She's interested in what you can do for her.
Yeah.
Financially, like.
Especially if you're doing something that's a quality activity, like just going to the park. That's a quality activity. That's in like say y'all in the park and I don't know, y'all stop and get ice cream and not saying do whatever. That's quality now.
Literally.
Less quality type cheap days, like you trying to take her to McDonald's. Now I could see her not fucking with that. Like I wouldn't even want a shorty that would want to go eat at McDonald's. You know what I said? So like to me, in like I've seen like us like that post I had sent you and the dude was like, it's nothing wrong for a good woman wanting resources out of man, because she's thinking about her future, she's thinking about her kids and all that stuff at that time, but you shouldn't be expecting a dude to get all of that from a dude up front and you haven't given him anything to show that you're even worth spending money on, you know.
That is very so true. But even so, like, resources like are so like that's just not gonna make you happy. Like I feel like that's why it shouldn't matter how much money a dude is willing to spend. It's just be like if y'all can catch a vibe, like the quality of time, literally. Because you got to think about it. There's a lot of women that are out here happy that are not rich, bro. They just have a good man, like, and that's giving them that love. That's how I feel. Like, if a good man is giving you the love you need and like making sure everything is stable, like you're not worried about anything, that's all that really matters.
Facts. Definitely, if you fulfilling that love part of it.
Her breath stinks.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a red flag if it's just like all the time, because then you questioning what is she ingesting, like what is she eating the right type of foods and stuff like that. Like I think it can be a red flag, especially if it's consistently, or if it's like, damn, that's your first impression of her. Like she's really gonna be like, yeah, this nigga breath stink. Like,
That is true. Me
I
personally.
mean, like you're gonna be like, yeah, that bitch breath stink. Not opposite way.
Oh,
Either way, for real, one of y'all breath stink on first impression. Like, yeah, the other one's not gonna be fucking with it.
that is true. You gotta ask, like, did you just suck dick? Why is your breath stinking? Like, these are questions.
Yeah, like what are you putting in your body? What are you putting in your body? What are you eating? What type of products are you using? Are you even brushing your teeth? Like, how's your hygiene? Like, it brings all that into question.
She thinks it's okay to deny you for. She thinks it's okay to deny you sex for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a red flag. I mean, to me, it's like it's really gonna affect her more than anything, because you're just gonna, especially you a masculine dude, you're gonna go find that shit somewhere else if you're not getting it.
That is very so true. She thinks all women are beautiful.
She thinks all women are beautiful. I ain't gonna say it. I'll say it's somewhat of a red flag. I'll say more so orange, yellowish, just because it's not gonna. I just think it just means she is disingenuous in moments where she probably should go a little harder. Now, if she's being disingenuous with you, then that's a problem for real. But her doing that with other women, that just might be how she finessed through life, because she ain't trying to step on toes. She already know that woman overly emotional, and if she tells a girl something like that, like what if she tells a girl that she's ugly, then it's gonna start a conflict,
Literally. And me personally, I kind of like to think of everyone as beautiful, so I don't really like this question. Because, like, even when someone asks me, like, especially, like, when women ask me, like, do I think this girl is beautiful, I might just be like, she's not my type. Like, that's all I say. Like, I'd probably never call someone, like, ugly. I might be like, maybe around my guys I might, but, like, around another woman, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it to, like, I would just say, like, not my type.
Yeah.
I just feel like the word ugly, it just,
I don't like it, bro.
Negative. It just very, very negative. Like, it's truth, and the truth hurts sometimes. If somebody is ugly, so it's kind of, it is what it is. But I don't know. I think it's men. You want to treat women with grace, because you already know they're overly emotional. It's like, if you're not feeling the junk, it just is what it is type shit. Like, you ain't really gotta point it out to her or whatever. Now, if she coming at you, you want to throw a couple of shots back, like some crazy junk just coming reckless off the mouth, you gonna be stooping down to her level anyway, so it's probably not the best thing to do. But I wouldn't be mad at you if you like did that.
Definitely.
We all make mistakes sometimes.
But just know it would be a mistake, though. You got to treat that shit with love. Like, try to give her love, because she probably feels some type of way you not fucking with her.
That's like another orangish, yellowish flag. Like,
definitely. She thinks marriage is a bigger commitment than having children.
Huge red flag, man, because it's definitely the opposite way. Wait, she thinks marriage is the bigger commitment?
Yeah. She thinks marriage is bigger commitment than they did it wrong, but than having children.
Marriage is a bigger commitment than having children. Yeah, I mean, ideally you want both parents there, but definitely deciding to get married, that's more of a business decision. Deciding to have kids, this is like, you getting into marriage after a few years. Kids, it's for life. Hopefully, if you not saying stay in your kids' lives, but you gonna have to take care and deal with that other person for at least 18 years. So it's definitely a bigger commitment, especially nowadays, because it's treated the opposite though. Like,
literally,
they're like, oh, I don't want to get married because this and that, and I don't want to have to be submissive, but oh yeah, I want to have kids though. Yeah, I want to have 6, 7 kids. I don't care how many baby daddies. Like,
literally.
That's fucked up thinking. That's gonna be a red flag for sure.
You gotta be, because you just hit it right on the head. That's so backwards. Like, kids, that's the next generation. That's your kid might be the president. Well, he's not gonna be the president because he's your kid because you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, like, this the next generation. Like, the youth is the most important for real.
Right.
She doesn't willingly and spontaneously give you massages.
She doesn't.
Yeah, like what
I mean, it depends what type of woman you have. If you really got a cool energy woman, she's gonna just kind of do that for you more so. Like a high energy woman, you might have to like let her know that that's what you need because she might just be trying to throw pussy at you every time you need to relax. But sometimes you just need that massage. And a cool energy woman, she's gonna more so understand that, especially when she do see you putting in work day in and day out. But some girls you might have to communicate that with, but you don't want to. It's not something that you're gonna want to have to communicate all the time. So hopefully she's able to get it and just understand and feel your energy. Like, oh, he need me to rub him a little bit. He need me to rub his back and give him a massage or this or that, massage his scalp, or something like that. Like, if she understands that, I think it's like a super green flag. But her not understanding that, if she's coachable, I don't think it's a red flag. But if she isn't, she just not doing it for you, and she just worried about what you do for her, then yeah, it's a red flag. Because to me, like in a relationship, anything you kind of want, you should think about it as give and receive type shit. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Rub your girl feet and do all that, especially like, you know what I'm saying? You take the time, rub your girl feet from now and again, give her a booty rub, or her back,
suck
do
her
all
titties.
that. Yeah, you take time to do all that. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna return that energy and give you back rubs and stuff like that. So,
definitely. I definitely agree. But to be honest, I think it's to each his own, like the person. Like, it's really the energies. Me personally, I feel like I'm more hot-blooded when it comes down to, like, energies. So, like, and I want, like, a hot-blooded woman. Because sometimes I go through phases, like, I just don't want to be touched. Like, I don't know what it be. So, like, a cold energy, it doesn't sit well with me some days. Because, like, don't fucking... Not that I don't love you, or not, but, like, I just don't want to be touched. So if you just start willingly, like, start touching me, I'm like, why the fuck you touching me?
I can see that.
Literally. So it just depends on the person. Her response to "can you cook" is anything other than yes.
Yeah, I think that can be a red flag, especially if you are handling everything, you paying all the bills and all that stuff, and she can't cook a meal for you. Yeah, I think if y'all have more like a 50-50 setup, like y'all gonna have to take kind of more so a shared responsibility. But if you ask her to do something, I think most feminine women, they're gonna do it for you, even if you are in a 50-50. To me, I just see it like this. Like, as a man, I like to take lead on the finances, and then I like for my woman to take lead when it comes to like the cleaning of the house and the cooking and stuff like that. Now, me, I like to cook, so like sometimes I will like, oh yeah, I want to make. Sometimes I will be like, yeah, I want to make this, or I want to make that, so I just kind of do it myself type shit. But like, I don't think it's never been a time I asked my girl to make something and she didn't do it. So I think it's a red flag if she isn't trying to cook for you. But if she's the breadwinner, you're probably not gonna get that treatment.
That is simple as that. Like, that's very so true. Me personally, I would want it's just to each his own. I would want my woman to know how to cook, and probably to be a good cook. Like, I would want, like, not the best cook, but I would have to like her cooking.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't like her cooking, I can't fuck with it.
Exactly, but it didn't, like, you know, if she's trying something new, it might not be correct the first time. You know what I'm saying? But if she's in her feminine energy, she's gonna find the way that you like it, and is gonna like try to like adjust the recipe and all that stuff. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, be a masculine man, and you're gonna receive what you want.
Exactly, and she gonna figure out how you like it, how you want things done, and she gonna do it. But if you're not that masculine man, she just not gonna do that shit. She gonna be testing you, making your life probably 10 times harder.
And you cooking your own chicken and shit.
Bro, what? Yeah, literally, even probably microwaving that bitch. But that is the end of today's episode, man. Just want to say thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just know we love the Islanders.
Yes, sir. We love the Islanders, man. We love our people. We love our people watching the show, man. There's something else I want to say. Like, just being on this journey, like, yeah. Like, I just want, like, the people that love me and, like, y'all, people watching to make sure the people that love y'all understand, like, yeah, you're on the journey. You're trying to be the best version of yourself. You're not going to be able to answer every phone call or make it to every event or do what it is, but, like, the sacrifice will pay off. Like, and we in this age where we got so much instant communication, everybody feel like they need to damn near talk to each other every day, but it's really not like that. If you think about it, 30, 40 years ago, niggas was writing letters. You know what I'm saying? If you was away at college, you was writing your people's letters or finding the fuck your payphone. So it's like, just give your people, like, especially if you know your people, they trying to put the team on, like, just give them some grace when it comes to, like missing out on certain things and stuff like that. And,
Thanks.
yeah, because it's for the betterment of everybody if you think about it.
It really is. Like, those are the sacrifices. It's hard for the person not to miss that's missing things, because they want to be there. I promise you they do.
Exactly. And sometimes it's, hey man, we gotta make these sacrifices so we can all be, within the next 10 years we can all retire if we want to retire. Like me, I'm gonna still be putting that work in because I'm trying to reach them billies, you feel me? But hey, we're gonna have a lot more time to be with each other type shit.
Exactly. Grind now, shine later.
Facts. And with that, as always, we love y'all. We out.